Well, we're just out tinkering around again tonight. We bought those 10 traps at that antique store. Got them for like $2 a piece. And one of them had a broken spring, so I already replaced it and made that a good trap now. Got brand new springs on it, music wire. So that old Victor's I'll get it cleaned up and get it in good shape. Put some more different chain on it and be good to go. 1.5. Got this other 1.5. We're gonna change the springs out on it. A lot of times you buy traps together. A lot of them were bought at the same time. So if that one broke, then that makes me worried about this one. So might as well replace those two. So that's what we're doing tonight. I don't know about you, but when I buy traps, I buy about a half dozen at a time. Lately, I've just been buying used, fixing them. So that's what we're doing. We placed Nord F&T and got a bunch of tinkering supplies. Got us some 330 triggers. Yeah, got us some 110 triggers, 220 triggers, 110, 120 triggers. Got a set of jaws for the 6.5, made that so I can make them offset. 1/6.5s. Number 2 music wire. I got this number 2 Victor. I'm gonna change the springs out on it. And I got a bunch of 1.5 springs. Change them out. So that's all my tinkering supplies. F&T is probably the best place to get your stuff for, especially maintenance on traps. I love Hoosier's Trapper Supply. I get a lot of my bait and stuff there, and I love going in there when I'm get around them. But F&T, as far as repairing traps, I think they've got more stuff on their website than most. Pans and posi trip pans and jaws, and they're pretty easy to deal with and quick on delivery. So we'll get started on this Victor 1.5, get it, all the springs on it, and we'll talk to you in a minute. Well, we got these 1.5s, and I changed the springs out on this one first, so we're going to go ahead and change the springs out on this one too. It's a Victor 1.5. Nice little trap. Get it cleaned up. Those things are really weak. So first thing you got to do is you got to get them springs off, and they can be a bear. Just tighten that down, and that's how you get the springs off. You got on the sides on the levers. You got that. You got that spring post basically. You slide it over and snap it off over. Tighten that. And now that'll let that lever fall down. And you just put that trap back in there, and we'll get this side. Probably better if I do it this way. And if I can get that screwdriver in there, pop that up, get it, and just pry it over, just like that. And those are off now. All right, now what we got to do. So those are off. And if you see what's holding those springs is you got to hammer that piece down and just tap on it. Again, it should move now. We're hoping. I'm going to put that in there. Might be able to hold that in there. I may have to take that pan up. Let's see. That helps. All right, yeah, that got it. So, got that pan up. Take that little bar out. Now the springs are out. Now there's a left and right on the springs. If you can see, these levers have to be in the right spot. So take those off. And so we know that one's got to go that way. And this one has to go that way. We just slide it back in. Get that pan down. Get them levers down. Get them in the right spot. Okay. Now we're just going to slide it right back in. Taking them arms underneath the base. You can see what I'm doing here. And we gotta, let's get that dog out of the way. And there's holes on each side of those levers. And that's what we're going for. That's where we're heading. Get this underneath that pan, the lever. We want to get it up. Sometimes it don't cooperate. And we're just getting those levers where they need to be. It's half the battle. I need to get, basically need to get that in there first. Over that, where that dog is. Get them springs down there where they need to be. Probably would have been easier to get the pan off first. But I think I can still do it. And I got them going. That's in place. We'll have to, once we get them back on the levers, we'll have room to move that pan around where it needs to be. Usually I can just pull that back like this. Need to hold on to it though. Need to get hold of it so I can pry. That device. Grab a hold of it and pull that spring this way. Get it bent around that lever. And it takes a minute. There's a tool you can buy that'll do this a lot easier, which I need to do. Maybe I can just put it in there. Tighten it up. Now, we'll just get that around that. Pry that around that lever. I think them springs need to go a little bit farther down. Might have to pry them levers. Pry that down that post. Get them a little closer. And get that down there. Close. Oh, slipped off. We'll try her again. Got that one. Now we just gotta pry this lever. The pan's kind of needs to come up just a speck. Now I can pry it down. Should be able to pry that and right over. We'll try her. And we're getting her close. And we're close. Got it. And there we go. The springs are on, in place. And that thing is tight. I'm going to use my feet just to get it this first time. There we go. Got them on. Looking good. Let's see what she does. Snaps right good. Another good 1.5. Good new springs. That should work. And it took a little doing on that one. Getting in the right spot. We'll clean them up. And we got another 2 1.5s. Got $2 in them. I think I paid $1.50 for the springs, or $1.25, I believe, for the springs. So that made that a better trap. And we'll get her cleaned up and ready to go. All right, we'll talk to you later.